The Green Bay Packers and Brian Gutekunst signed another two-time Pro Bowler. Guys, who am I talking about? I'm going to break that down in this video. Before I jump into it, if you like the content, hit that subscribe button. Okay, so let's get into it. Man, oh man, yesterday, I did not see what Gutekunst was cooking up. I don't think anybody saw what he was cooking up. I knew he was going to be making a splash in free agency. I did not know that he was going to be doing a freaking cannonball when he went and signed Josh Jacobs. Now, we're going to break that down in a little bit, because as soon as I released that video about the Packers signing Josh Jacobs and how pumped up and excited I was, because they by far had the best duo as far as backfield goes in Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs. Of course, as soon as I released that video, they cut Aaron Jones. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. But who else did Gutekunst go out and get? He makes a splash. He goes and gets Xavier McKinney. This was on every Packer fan's wish list of a guy that the Packers should go and sign, Xavier McKinney. I didn't think, quite frankly, the Packers were going to be able to do it. I didn't think they had the money to do it, but the Packers making strides in doing so by dropping players like Bakhtiari, dropping, Devondre Campbell. They free up cap space to go and make a move, make a splash, make a cannonball in the free agent market by signing Xavier McKinney. It says right here, Xavier McKinney has agreed to sign with the Packers as a free agent. It's a 4-year deal for McKinney that is worth $68 million. He's going to be making $17 million a year. However, the first year, he's going to be making $25 million. Money well spent. Okay, so when we start talking about Xavier McKinney, Xavier McKinney, not only do the Giants, man, you talk about if you're grading these teams, the Packers got an absolute A in the free agent market. Gutekunst, again, surprising everybody. The Packers don't go and do this. Gutekunst proves that he's willing to do it, but he's also looking big picture. He's looking down the road. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But if we're grading the Giants get a major F, because they didn't tag either McKinney or Saquon. They lose both those guys, Saquon and McKinney. McKinney, sub 25 years old. I cannot believe they didn't franchise tag this guy. I thought the Giants were going to do everything they could to keep Xavier McKinney. The guy's a ball hawk. He has 9 interceptions throughout his career. He can do everything that Jeff Hafley is wanting in a defense. Jeff Hafley, he's looking for that stud safety guy that can just kind of go everywhere. McKinney can play free safety, strong safety. He can be that nickel or dime linebacker in the Packers defense. This dude can do it all. And he is, especially when you start talking about today's NFL, when teams are attacking the middle with either athletic tight ends or, just stud slot wideouts. McKinney's that guy to go and defend that. This guy is going to, what a home run of a pick for the Packers. This allows the Packers to play a base defense against multiple personnel groups. I could not be happier for the Packers in this move to go and get a guy like Xavier McKinney. Here's the thing. McKinney is that dude out there that is going to exploit a lot of defenses. Again, he can do absolutely everything that you want him to do and more. Leave your comments. Let me know where you guys are at. How excited are you about the Packers getting McKinney? Also, when we start talking about, let's circle back to Josh Jacobs. Okay, so Packers get Josh Jacobs. Okay, so that is a little bit of a layered excitement. Okay, because my excitement certainly got tampered as soon as I knew that found out that the Packers had dropped Aaron Jones. Okay. I was super excited thinking that they were going to retain Aaron Jones. I thought Aaron Jones was going to take, kind of a major pay cut to stay with Green Bay, knowing that, his career is limited in the NFL. He's got this year, maybe, one other year on top of that. So you pair Jacobs and Jones together. That's obviously not happening. So the Packers, they're looking at Josh Jacobs and saying like, hey, listen, you are our guy for the future. You're, different style running back than Aaron Jones. But when you look at what Josh Jacobs did a year ago, okay, this dude, nobody could tackle him. He was arguably the best running back in the league, hands down. Okay. And then this past season, things tapered off a bit. The Raiders were just trying to find their identity and they couldn't do it. And now you throw him into Green Bay's offense where they do, their play action, and you add a running back like Josh Jacobs to the mix. He could take this offense literally to a new level with his explosiveness. Packer fans, you should be super excited about Josh Jacobs joining the Packers. Now it's going to be interesting to see what Gutekunst does in the draft. Okay, so they're obviously going to have to put another piece around Josh Jacobs there. You don't want to run him into the ground. That's why I was super excited about, the possibility of pairing him with Aaron Jones, just keeping, the longevity of Josh Jacobs there, because they did sign him to a 4-year deal. So super excited still about Josh Jacobs being there. Yes, it is with the loss of Aaron Jones, which is super disappointing. So let's take a look at the latest, just update overall for the Packers. When we start looking across the league and what's happening, the Packers have signed Xavier McKinney to that 4-year deal that we talked about. The Packers also release Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones signs with the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, so what worse team to sign for than the Minnesota Vikings? We saw that in Brett Favre. Brett Favre leaves. He signs, with the Jets and then goes to Minnesota. Aaron Jones goes to our rival in the Minnesota Vikings. So we get to see this dude twice a year and defend Aaron Jones and his style of run, which is going to be super difficult because Jones is a stud. But Minnesota Vikings as a whole just took a massive step backwards when we start looking across the board of what they did. They weren't able to retain Cousins there. So Jefferson, it's only a matter of time before that dude is starting to request a, out of Minnesota. I foresee that happening. I don't see Jefferson. So Minnesota is certainly going to be, at the bottom, near the bottom of that division, because Chicago is still doing what Chicago does. They're going to find ways to somehow blow that up. But John Runyon, as you see right here, he signs a 3-year deal with the Giants. That's like one of the only thing the Giants go and do, and they get John Runyon. I'm excited for Runyon because I think Runyon has a lot to offer. He just, Sean Ryan is better, and he was going to be sitting behind him. So the Packers also, again, it says right here, signed Josh Jacobs. Savage signed a 3-year deal with the Jaguars. Excited for Savage. Savage, obviously going to get paid. He did get paid. So he gets paid in Jacksonville there. So that just makes, the Jaguars defense a little bit more stout. Packers also released David Bakhtiari. So that is the latest on what is happening with the Packers. Leave your comments. Let me know, how excited are you on a level of 1 to 10? I know we do lose Aaron Jones, but the Packers are making a statement right now. Okay. They're saying they believe in themselves by what they went and did, putting a piece like McKinney around Jeff Hafley. I could not be happier. Go Pack, go.